up, It Girls? It's your girl, Britney Shields, and welcome to the It Girl podcast. My It Girl co-host of the week is the winner of Project Drag, Lorelei!
Can you believe it? Where am I? This isn't the Shablam studio.
I know. What is this?
What is this?
Is this a crossover episode?
And I'm talking to Taylor Swift right now. It's crazy.
I know. So I thought I was going to do Beyonce. I thought I was doing Beyonce.
What is this, Lemonade?
Lemonade, Hold Up.
Okay.
And I was kind of doing it because I was feeling like the affair, the Coldplay affair. I was like, the woman scorned.
Yeah.
Like I was kind of just feeling into that energy that's out there in the universe right now. And I love an unhinged woman. Like I love that era of Beyonce where she was just like roaming through the streets, like totally free. Anyways, but then I was like, oh, I am fully giving Taylor Swift, which is perfect for you today. This is stunning.
Thank you.
This is stunning. Can you tell me about what you're wearing?
Yeah, it's an outfit that I made in collaboration with Shanita Blunt and a couple other of my gay guy friends. So basically what I did is I found this corset online. I painted it. I got it stoned. Peach Bliss helped me stone it to the gods.
Oh my gosh.
I cut this skirt. I draped it and I just I don't know. I made some snaps on the corset to attach the skirt, and I made these bubble sleeves. I love a bubble sleeve. It's super easy to make, actually, once you get used to it.
Okay.
These fishnets are from Hollywood Boulevard.
Love that.
The jewelry is from Santee.
I love it.
It's
gorgeous.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this outfit is a conglomeration of LA drag, including the crown. The Project Drag crown.
I love that we have an extra special guest, the crown from Project Drag.
I brought it especially for you.
Thank you.
Yes,
thank you.
say?
I'm like, it's gorgeous. How does it feel on your head? Is it heavy?
It's not heavy at all.
Okay. But the pressure, the attention,
yes,
the representation, the eyes.
It's heavy in the
being
sense
the
that
it girl.
when it is worn, I feel the weight of others' expectations on me.
Yes. Well, I loved, hearing you talk on your podcast, Shablam, with Annie Biotixx. I loved hearing the thought process, the psychology of just like what that moment was. Getting that crown on your head, having Callista pin it on, like what a moment. Are there any plans for Shablam to come back, or like what's going on with that?
We are coming back.
Okay.
You, my schedule's a little crazy right now.
Of course, yes,
so
which we're gonna get into.
But we're just trying to figure out what the new format of it will be.
Okay.
Annie and I still have many topics to discuss. I feel like there are many stones that are unturned by drag queens.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
It's time that we have some real journalists, some real, potential Peabody Award-winning work being strung together by drag queens. You know what I mean? We need some real journalism.
100%. I said this in the Mary Kate episode, but something I learned from GLAAD was 80% of podcasts are made by conservatives. So like we need, like I truly feel like every drag queen should have a podcast, should be getting their voice out there, and just like,
I mean, I think Annie and I are more moderate, but no.
I would be so good.
Imagine.
So good.
I'm like, yes, we're in the 80%. What do you mean?
What do you mean? We're part of the 80s. So.
We have a lot of fans, Britney. Maybe that's why you don't have as many people watching Britney.
Yes, maybe. Oh my God. The shade.
No, I'm joking.
I love it.
But yeah, Shablam is definitely coming back.
Okay.
We will be talking about woke liberal topics as we always do, and as we represent that.
Yeah.
And we're really excited about it. We're going to be doing a little bit like of a half and half situation.
Okay.
Where I'm on the road and Annie is here in LA and figuring out how to do all that. But I think it's going to go to new heights. Yeah. And I'm sure you feel the same way, but it's just a nice opportunity to get yourself out there more. Mm-hmm. And I'm glad that it happened while I was doing Project Drag, because I think there were a lot of people who were very curious.
Yes.
And it was funny, like it had the components of reality television without it actually being filmed.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I loved how, because I couldn't be there every single Monday for the live show in person. So it was always great because I got to catch up on whatever the tea was, whatever happened by listening to the podcast. And I wonder, this was an observation, and I wonder if it's true or not. I feel like just sort of your perspective, I feel like I was experiencing the show through your perspective because I was listening to the podcast so closely. And then when I would go in person, I feel like I really was seeing things from your point of view. Do you feel like having the podcast almost helped center your point of view and like make you feel, I don't know, more steady?
Yeah, I think it did, definitely. Annie had done Project Drag before.
Yes.
Which we talk about on the podcast as well. And those of you who might be listening, because you might have some fans who are not familiar with the Los Angeles drag scene landscape.
No, please tell them.
Project Drag is a competition here in Los Angeles. It's a major drag competition. Selena Estides from Drag Race Season 15 is a winner from Project Drag. We also have Calista Stage, who is a SoCal Continental winner.
Yes.
We have April Showers, who does work with like the Segerstrom Center for the Arts, which is a huge regional theater here in SoCal. So like there's a legacy kind of, and I don't know, you tell me. I mean, it felt like a pretty major.
Oh, it was major. It was so major.
It kind of felt like Los Angeles Drag Race, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. And Tony does such a great job of like producing the show and like, you know, just week to week it feeling like, and it really could have gone in so many different directions. You know, you kind of were behind for a little bit and then you like really pulled ahead in the end. So it kind of had all the excitement and like twists and turns that you would hope for and expect from like a reality TV competition.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was fantastic. It was so fab.
Yeah, it was a hard competition. It's 11 weeks. So I would be recording the podcast like every single week and I would be talking about the week prior on the podcast. And that was nice because it felt nice to kind of debrief everything that was going on and kind of talk about it out loud. And it's funny because actually like Annie and I, we would like fight about it. We like would edit out of some of the podcast episodes.
Some of the fights?
Yes.
Oh, no.
I know. It's lost footage.
No, but what you should do, because I've been thinking of starting a Patreon.
Yes.
And you should have included that for like specifically like subscribers who are paying.
Because Annie was like, she's one of my best friends.
Yes.
And we work so well together. And she's also not afraid to like hold me to a high standard. And I would come in and be like, well, like I feel like this, I feel like that. And she'd be like, well, maybe you should have just done better. You know what I mean? Like she would literally be like, well, like I don't I would say something. She'd be like, what does that have to do with anything? Like she was very like, and at the moment I was like, you fucking bitch. And I'm very sensitive. So I would like jump back at her. But now in hindsight, I think actually that was really helpful because it was good mindset training. And it kind of made me frame the whole experience every single week and remind myself like, I'm doing this for a specific reason. I went into it because I felt like in a competition like Project Drag, the way I do drag isn't super represented very often. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, which is what? How would you describe it in particular?
I think I'm like absurd, theatrical, chaotic.
Yes.
I think that I'm polished, but there's a quality to me that is sporadic.
Absolutely.
And is like is frantic.
You're also high production too, which I really appreciate.
Yeah,
like you're a production girly for sure.
I think I'm like controlled chaos.
Yes,
because I get the audience in my hand, and like they can tell that I put a lot of prep work into it. Obviously, because I have the sets and the sound cues.
It's very
and
high
all
concept.
But I am not afraid to let the performance go like to the limit of like basically being a woman on the verge of a nervous breakdown,
which is truly that's what I love in drag.
Yeah.
Like, I love unhinged women. I was just telling you right before the pod. I love a woman who's like right on the brink of like losing it all.
My finale number was me pretending to be a pop star with a severe drug addiction who was literally on the verge of like a nervous breakdown.
You didn't have to stretch far for that one.
No, that one it felt very familiar to me. Yeah, it came very naturally. God. But a lot of these girls that did the competition, you know, we have a really large drag scene and there's a lot of breadth and there's a lot of biodiversity, I feel, and the styles of drag that we have, because there's a lot of different pockets. And a lot of these girls, where they were being pulled from was either like West Hollywood or the Inland Empire, where it's like very polished, high quality pageant, dare I say, female impersonation drag. You know what I mean? And I felt that when I went in, it wasn't that I wasn't the weird one in the sense that I was the most crazy looking because Selena Blackwater was there. But I love you, Selena. But I do think that like my approach to drag and my like performance ideas were not kosher to like what West Hollywood was used to.
Conditioned to
they're
like conditioned to expect and experience.
And I felt like at the beginning, you know, I did really well in the beginning. I got like a challenge win and I was really able to show like, this is the type of drag that I do. And people were like, dope. You're really creative.
Absolutely.
And then there was this middle stretch where I was safe a lot. And I feel like, to be honest, I consider that time in the competition almost like my experimental period. And
yeah, I mean, from the podcast, it kind of felt like you had maybe been like, okay, you know, like I'm I'm happy to be here, but it felt like you were kind of ready to pounce back in.
I wanted to get back in there,
Yeah.
and I felt like there was something that was kind of pushing me. I felt like there was some hurdles that I was pushing up against with the audience in terms of like the style of drag that I do and what they anticipate as an audience. And there was a period of time where I was kind of trying to find the medium between like something that I wanted to present, but also what I know would appeal the audience, because at the end of the day, it's a competition.
Right.
And there's judges, and they are going to decide how they feel about your performance. So there was definitely a time in there where I was like trying to find that happy medium between that, you know?
For sure. Now, you guys just did the Drag Me to Dinner event with the top 5 of the show.
The finale.
How did you feel? Like, it was such a fun show. It was Drag Me to Dinner. We had dinner in the audience. It was so fantastic. And then like having like basically like a RuPaul Drag Race sort of the Vegas show.
Yeah.
I guess you would say. You would compare it to.
Yeah.
What's the plan for like taking it forward, or like when, like, because I know that they don't necessarily know when the next one will be.
I think it's still in development, which is exciting. It feels like we're creating something like in collaboration with Beaches, so that's cool.
Yeah.
If I had to put a guess on it, and like I don't know when this episode is going to come out and what more information will come out. Oh, okay.
Monday.
Very soon. My understanding is that it's going to be monthly.
Okay.
And it's going to be the 5 finalists each time. I would love to get like a guest performer in there, like once a month, you know what I mean? But
for sure.
Yeah, and
I love how everyone who comes on the show thinks that like they need to offer me like a little performance somewhere.
Oh no, baby, I wasn't talking about you.
You weren't. Good.
Oh no,
you're
baby.
You're like no,
baby.
no.
I want people who are on TV, honey. Okay.
Yes.
Call me when you're on Camp Wanakiki, honey. No, just kidding.
On camera. No. you're like not an iPhone, bitch.
No, but like I think like if we get it to like a place where it's really high production and it's really well put together, it'd be cool to get people from like out of town or like you know what I mean.
Oh, 100%. And I mean, Alan Cumming was there
as
well. Like,
Alan
I mean,
Cumming
that was such a gag. And fresh off of doing the Jimmy Kimmel monologue.
Yes.
Did you end up seeing that?
He filled in for Jimmy Kimmel, I think.
He filled in for Jimmy Kimmel. He went on this like huge like support for trans like monologue, basically like saying like,
oh wow, really? I didn't know that.
It's
good for him.
So cunt. It's so cunt. It's so perfect. It's like it and then to think that he was then at your show, I was like fully gagged. I felt like, oh my gosh, this is like a full moment for y'all.
I didn't even think about that. That's so true. Yeah, it was super cool. I mean, like we all worked really hard to get to the point where we were like finalists. So I'm just glad that we had something. Obviously, I'm glad that I won.
Yes,
but
yes.
It's nice that like from participating and doing the work, like we were all able to get something out of it.
Yeah.
And it's starting to feel like a little family. You know what I mean? Like we were together for a long time. And we've seen each other through like really stressful situations as a competition is. So I'm excited for the future of it. I don't really know where it's going to go, if I'm going to be honest, but I'm happy with where it is.
Be honest. Be real here.
I'm trying my best to be real. Am I giving realness?
We'll see.
Okay.
I just kidding. Yes, you are. Absolutely. Now I want to go back a little bit to your relationship with Annie. Like, how would you describe it? Is it sisterly? Is it motherly? Like, you know, she's obviously kind of giving you, is it grandmotherly? Like, I know, you know.
No.
I'm just kidding.
She's my much older sister.
Okay.
No, she's not actually that much older than me, but she is my kind of like an older sister to me. It's funny. I don't know if we really like, we're different. Her and I. Do you know what I mean? But it's one of those things where I think our approach to drag is the same. We just have different end results.
Well, I think with a lot of drag podcasts and sort of in the community, duos are a big thing. And you've got the yin and yang. You've got Alexis Bevels and Darby Lynn Cartwright. You've got Trixie and Katya. You've got Bob and Monet. You know, like, I mean, that kind of having the straight man, and then I forget what the other one is called. I feel like that's like
the gay man.
The gay man, yeah. The faggot.
Yeah. Like, Are you allowed to say that on the podcast, Britney Shields?
Yeah.
Watch your mouth around me.
I know. I will.
You're okay.
Okay. No, but yeah, I feel like how do you feel about your dynamic? Like, how would you describe it?
Oh, that's a really great question. We both have our own strengths. I think like in collaboration, she's really great at the practice of everything. And like, she's very technical and she like thinks about things from the perspective of a performer. And I think about things more from the perspective of a producer. Yeah. So like, I kind of like looking at the bigger picture and being like, what is the audience's reaction going to be to this? And she's like, what makes the most sense for me to do like in this moment, especially specifically when it comes to regards of like making a number or writing a show.
Yeah.
She is definitely approaching it more like from the inside out, and I'm kind of approaching it like outside in. And we kind of meet each other in the middle there.
That's great.
Like everything that we've made together is a genuine collaboration of both of our ideas. It
always feels that way.
It's never like just one person coming in being like, I think it should be this, and that person being like, okay, like there's always a way that we like are able to kind of infuse ourselves into the other person's image. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. How did you first like make that connection of being like, bitch, I see you? Like, this is such a vibe, because like, you know, I've obviously gone to the live shows as well, and you're both very into the absurdist, like the sketches that you guys write for that show, and how I live for the live readings of the Housewives scenes.
Yes,
like
you get it.
It is just like it is just like, how did you first like realize like, oh bitch, you're my girl?
I think, well, we did a competition together at the now shuttered Red Line Bar.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. But you can always visit Kiso downtown, which is the same owners.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a drag competition we did there that was hosted by Marta Bichu.
Yes. Oh, you think Chu can host?
So Chu think you can host.
So Chu think you can host. Yes.
I got second place in that competition.
Word.
And Annie
she
won
got
first.
Yes.
So Annie got to host a show at
that.
Redline. And she hosted for like a year, I think. And then they wanted to switch up their programming. And the bar actually reached out to both of us and was like, you know,
we love
both of you.
Yeah,
and we would love if you did a show together. Would you ever consider doing a show together? And at that point, we weren't like friends, like at all.
Really?
Not like we were enemies, but like,
but you were like,
okay. I know of her. Yeah. Like
yeah.
she's someone I did a drag competition with.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So I was like, yeah, sure. So I was like, let's get lunch or dinner or something, and let's talk about what we would even want this to be.
Yeah. You know what's so crazy is I'm having flashbacks to some of those shows. I forgot that I was like at some of those Redline shows. Yeah, I really was.
Like, no.
And
one of our most,
and they were so Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No. But I remember it's now I'm like, oh my gosh, that's where it started. The absurdist like humor of like you guys putting on these sort of like weird, like you walked in and there was like paparazzi or something, like
yes.
like there was like a camera flashing at you and you're just like
yes.
you know, chaotic like that. Okay, sorry. I just like I
no, you remember it.
Yeah, it just like literally unlocked a memory.
Yes.
So sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, but we've always been like doing funny shit like that where we just incorporate shit into the show just because it's like funny to do. Do you know what I mean? And just because like,
and it makes you laugh.
Well, someone's like host a drag bingo. I can either sit there for 3 hours and play bingo, or I could like make this whole story about me and Annie being like rivals in like Hollywood, and they're like both these like washed up actresses, and like the bingo is somehow part, like why not make it that?
Yes,
and I feel
that's right. It was a bingo night.
Yes,
that's so,
it was literally a bingo night, but like we made it like a little play.
You
and that's,
put this whole like backstory to it.
And that's just kind of what we do with our drag. Like we think of like drag as like character work. You know what I mean? And we really enjoy like taking the audience on a journey where they're like, what the fuck? And then we're one of those people where like by the end of the performance you're like, oh, it all makes sense.
Yeah.
But in the middle of it you're like, what is going on? You know what I mean?
100%.
So I feel like we just both have that like sensibility to our drag.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I actually did Groundlings with Annie like way back in the day, you know, and I obviously I want to have her on, but I wanted to make sure that I got to kiki
the winner first.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to make sure I kiki with you and like get to know you as an individual, you know, like and just sort of
a lot of people are used to seeing us
together. Yeah. But now the crown makes you.
Well, I think actually that might have been part of the gag as to like when I won Project Drag too. I think people were gagged that it was like, wait, like she's her own drag queen too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Right. She's an individual for sure.
Yeah, because we had a lot of success as a duo in like the past like 2 years. You know what I mean? So.
For sure. Now I have to ask you quickly. I wish I could just sit here and talk to you all day, but like you're on bonus episode or Patreon content.
Okay.
Patreon content. But you are on this Drag Eras Tour brunch that's going around the country right now, and you were doing that plus Project Drag plus this podcast. Do you have a Hermione time turner? Where does that work ethic come from? How the hell did you balance it all?
So the schedule was,
and you had a job, and you had a 9-to-5 job. I was watching you, listening to you, exhausted.
Yeah.
Exhausted.
Yes.
I was exhausted by your story.
So I would fly out Friday afternoon after work. Mm-hmm. I would perform in whatever city we were in Saturday, Sunday. Monday morning, I would fly back in. Monday night, I would compete in Project Drag. Tuesday, I went back to work. And then Wednesday I'd work again, and we had to record Shablam on a Wednesday night.
Oh
and
my
then I would
God.
work on Thursday too, and then I would have to pack everything the night of Thursday, because on Friday morning I would have to take my stuff with me to work, because I would have to go to the airport immediately after work, and I would repeat that over and over for like 11 weeks.
Damn.
I never really wanted to be super explicit about that during the competition, because I didn't want it to feel like
yes.
I was
Very
working
good.
up against something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and you don't want people like that becomes energy, you know? Like,
Yes.
You don't want the audience to feel that chaotic sort of like energy.
Yes.
You want them to just think this is a polished, high production performance.
And that's what I was trying to do, but like it was hard, and there were weeks where
I don't know how you did it.
I fumbled like hard, and it was just because it was like I was throwing everything together.
Yeah.
As quickly as I could. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Which I feel makes it all the more impressive. In my opinion,
for me too. I was just like, damn. I mean, give her the crown. Absolutely. Well, we'll keep talking. We'll have little snippets of like personal stuff all throughout this. But we do have to get to our It Girl of the week.
Right.
So this is somebody who is trending right now. That everybody is talking about. We're going to guess on the count of 3 to see if we match and see if we can get it right. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Stephen Colbert.
McCann.
Georgia McCann.
You do know her?
No.
Okay.
I have no idea who that is.
Stephen Colbert, though, he is kind of the it girl right now.
He's the it girl right now, for sure. Like, he's the one that everybody is just like, man, this fucking sucks. We are in full on fascism now.
I know.
You know?
What do we think about that? I don't care if we need to go underground. We need to start making underground networks, bitch. And we need to start delivering news on flash drives on people's doorsteps and being like,
yeah. Well, part of why I'm doing this podcast is I want to build these relationships with the other girls, because I want to make sure that we're communicating and like we are having conversations like we're having right now, where like I see you, you see me, like we are fully kikiing, and like, you know, when we need each other's support moving forward, we have it. And we like know who we are, and we're like sisters, you know, like we have that emotional bond, because you know, if we've learned anything from like the 80s and everything else, it's like these are the relationships that are going to save us, you know? So like I want to make sure that I'm really like building a network, not just like between me and one other person, but like a true like sisterhood is kind of like my approach. Yeah. Anyways, that's what I think about fascism. But I'm like worried. I'm obviously worried about the Stephen Colbert of it all. It is a huge red flag in terms of descending into totalitarianism. Yeah. And like, and that was a question I was going to ask you. Sorry to go on a rant, but I was going to ask you, doing this Drag Era's brunch tour, you are traveling all around the States. What has the vibe been? Like,
I'm glad you asked.
Yeah.
I've always said like this tour, the number one thing that it has done for me is it has really galvanized me behind my drag. And like, I realized that like my drag has a role in like a much bigger picture that leads to like liberation and justice. And it's crazy. You know, we've gone to cities and states where it's illegal to do drag in public in front of minors. And we do our shows at like restaurants and stuff. Yeah. So like we were in Tennessee where there is a law that you can't be in drag, like performing in drag, like in a public place where minors can be present. Yeah. We did that. We've done it we were in Oklahoma City on a Sunday, and that upcoming Wednesday, the state legislature was going to pass a vote to ban drag.
Yeah, I think I remember.
Places, and where minors could be present. It's been very harrowing, you know, to see these communities across the United States and feel that they feel unsafe. Yeah. But at the same time, there's so much joy and there's like a lot of fun like at these shows, because these people really want
they are living
to
for
be
you,
there.
girl.
And they bring
their
kids.
Yeah.
And that's been really special too, to be able to be like that first impression on a kid. That's like a good first impression. Yeah.
And Taylor Swift, I mean, talk about something that is so like, you know, mainstream. Obviously, we all watch Taylor Swift. We see her. She's not adult content. You know what I mean? Like she is like kind of in some ways a Disney princess in terms of pop girlies go. Yeah. And like, you know, I think what a lot of people maybe don't understand about drag is that it's like any art form where there's like G-rated stuff and there's X-rated stuff, but you don't ban movies altogether. You don't ban films just because like R-rated movies exist.
Yeah.
Like you don't say, oh, sorry little kid, you can't watch Cinderella because Braveheart exists.
Yeah.
You know, like we wouldn't ban all movies. You know what I mean? Like
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, we try our best to keep it like pretty PG. We do keep it pretty PG, and it pains me a little bit because I know that these kids, they're having a really good first impression, and I know that they're going to grow up in these communities and they're going to be really confused because people are going to turn that on them and make them feel like they did something bad. And I remember what it's like being a little kid, and especially like growing up queer. Not that these kids are queer, but they could be like not understanding what they're watching really.
Right.
And it gets turned
well, it
on
would
them.
be like me going to a Britney Spears brunch. Like,
Right.
you know, I'd be like living for it, but
Yeah.
like not necessarily knowing like yet that, you know, there's a reason why I'm living for it.
Yeah.
You know?
So I just try to like give them the best experience in that moment as I can. I mean, they think about it as like Disney princesses, I think.
Absolutely.
I had a little girl, we were in Indianapolis. She made me a drawing.
Oh my
During my
God.
performance.
During the performance, and then
And then
handed
she gave it
to
to
you
me
after.
at the end.
Oh my
They
gosh.
stopped me and they were like, you have a fan here. And she handed it to me and it like actually made me melt. It was horrible. I don't know if I talked about this.
Yeah, how is sincerity for you?
Yeah, well, I talked about this in therapy, and
Yeah.
like I don't know, maybe like some drag queens other drag queens can relate to this, but like I don't work a lot with kids, and I don't have like a lot of like kids in my family or anything that I like have that relationship with, so I'm not around that like innocence, and it reminds me that there's a part of me that's still pure. I think that like in doing drag and like especially with the dialogue happening in the country about like trans and drag people, you do feel so villainized, and we are so careful about what we do because we're very aware of the perception. Do you know what I mean? We're very aware of our perception of like us being around children, like where our hands are and all that. We are very, it's like, but it's sad that we have to think about that. And it's just been nice to realize that like when I look at these kids and they look at me, they don't see all that.
Yeah.
And they don't worry about that. And like it reminds me of like when I was a little kid and like what that felt like.
Yeah, where did you grow up?
I grew up in Orange County.
Orange County. Okay.
I mean, I'm not gonna
It's a different kind of red, but it's still red.
Oh, it's red.
Yeah.
No. It's conservative.
Yeah.
No. It's
I know.
conservative.
I went down there for.
It's gotten worse actually. When I was growing up, it wasn't as bad.
I went down there for a wedding recently, and I was like shocked. Like there was nothing to campaign for. Like it was past the presidency or whatever.
And they were
like,
just literally
and there were just
posting up
literally
shit, too.
like a trailer park full of like Trump flags, and I was like, there's nothing to be like, you know, going off about.
Yeah.
How are you feeling? Like, I mean, sharing all of this on the podcast right now is obviously a very vulnerable thing to do. Are you like fearful of like, you know, if this is clipped or whatever by the Republican Party, you know, like, and used for some sort of campaign bait?
No, I know where my heart is.
Yeah. Good for you.
I know where my heart is, and I know I'm a good person. And like, I mean, like at that point, it's like make an AI of me. That might be easier than like trying to clip this. You know what I mean?
I know, bitch.
There's a lot of content of me out there now with all my podcast episodes. You could probably make a pretty good AI rendering of me. You know what I mean?
100%.
But
I know.
You know, it's like I think if we live our lives in fear, they're gonna win. And I think that like we have to be like open and honest and like in dialogue about things that like concern us and, you know, problems that we want to fix. And like it's just been very sobering to go on this tour and see all these communities, and like shout out to like queer people in small towns all across the United States. Like I see you bitches. And
absolutely.
like I grew up in SoCal my whole life, so I was very like in that bubble, and it's been very sobering, and like it has galvanized me behind my drag for sure.
Good.
And I feel like a responsibility with my drag to like continue doing it and to continue platforming people who feel like marginalized. You know what I mean? So
100%. I love that is the effect that it's had on you.
My mom's a lawyer, and then her dad, my grandpa, was a judge. So like we have like a justice like vein in our family.
Yes.
And I kind of feel like I'm continuing the work of like my parents and stuff by being someone who pursues justice in this way, because I do think that like when I'm in drag in a club, it's the same reason why people put up like gay pride flags outside of their homes. It's to indicate to queer people and to like people who need a space that it's safe here. And like they see me and I'm all glamorous and stuff. But the reason why I'm trying to be eye catching is because I'm trying to indicate that this is a space for play.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to show you like the world that we can build together, and we can look fabulous and be safe. You know?
Bitch, go off.
I really feel that. I firmly believe that. I really like believe that. And I really feel like no shade, not to like bring it back to me, but like winning this title too.
True drag queen.
In a true drag queen. I wouldn't be a drag queen if I didn't talk about myself.
About me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
But I really feel that responsibility of platforming voices who will want to continue that dialogue. And I'm glad I'm doing this with you. And yeah, just shout out to like queer people, queer families, like people who are raising queer kids like in the middle of nowhere and want the best for them. Like we get so many parents that come up to us and they're like, thank you for coming here.
Absolutely.
Like thank you because like they are desperate to get their kids like some positive role models. They're desperate. Yeah. And it's so I'm like getting emotional. But it's like it's so cool that we get to like be that for like so many kids. Yeah. Because I remember being a kid and I would have loved something like that growing up. I'm getting so emotional talking about this. But like
I love it. It's beautiful.
I really feel blessed by the opportunity. And it's bittersweet. And it's like I feel like when I'm going out, like we're freedom fighters, bitch. Absolutely. Like, don't you feel that a little bit? Like
100%.
I was in Nashville, Tennessee. Like I was like out on the street in drag and I was like, bitch, like this is groundbreaking.
Oh, it is true.
Not just about me, but like anyone who does drag in any of these cities. You know what I mean? Like
absolutely. And it's I mean it's like you're having fun and like to be having. Everyone thinks that to be like rebelling right now, it means you have to be angry. It means you have to be, but you're doing it in a way that's like joyful and that is like helping people and healing communities.
You need hope for a revolution. Absolutely. You can't have a revolution without hope. And I feel like that's the work that we do, where we like bring hope to people. You know what I mean? And
I really feel like it's going to come back to artists. And I love hearing your background with your mom as a lawyer. And who did you say was the judge? Grandfather? Grandfather. Yeah. Like that's so kind. I love that.
Thank you.
So tell me about your it girl. I did not recognize.
Okay, Georgia McCann.
Tell me.
From Next Gen NYC. Are you a Bravo?
Okay.
Are you a Bravo stan?
I am a Bravo stan, but I haven't gotten into that yet.
I know
it's happening.
I had my doubts. Okay, I had my doubts of a New York show that was about like
Nepo babies.
Babies.
Yeah.
The best people on Bravo are the people who are so beyond being good people that they don't even have the capacity to filter themselves because their brain just doesn't compute that. Yeah. This girl is one of the worst people that I've ever seen on television, and she is brilliant on this show. Yeah. She dates she dates a guy that she's known for 3 months, and in those 3 months she's able to convince him to pay her $1 million for her to open a bar in New York.
Oh my god.
He then breaks up with her.
No, he breaks up with her. Okay, go on.
I mean, she had this whole idea. She was like, it's gonna be like a 50s, 60s themed bar, and like it's gonna be like 50s, 60s themed food, and it was this whole thing. And she was just this girl, and they were like, girl, you are like so crazy, and it's like a huge privilege that you're like getting like $1 million to like open up, and she's like, privilege, like really, like and it's brilliant. It's such a brilliant like insight into Nepo babies, and she's been making headlines as kind of the it girl of that show. I feel you know what I mean?
Yeah. Who was the Nepo baby that got caught in the USC scandal? The one that was like, do you remember where with like the photos and stuff? Devin, can you look it up? Sorry,
it's okay.
But who was it?
I don't know.
It's from Full House. Lori Loughlin.
I was gonna say that.
Oh my gosh! But the daughter had the most Nepo baby name too. What was it?
Olivia Jade.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, and you know how I've been feeling, we kind of talked about this a little bit before the podcast too, was like, you know, there was obviously the reality TV boom in the early 2000s, and now like those shows are kind of tiring out, and the audience has gotten wise to the formula, and we want the same thing but totally new. And I feel like Next Gen is that for Housewives. You know, we were kind of saying that for Drag Race, like we're ready for the next iteration of it, like which might be King of Drag. Actually, I kind of have a feeling like maybe King of Drag could possibly take the reins there. Like another example would back to Alan Cumming. Traitors is a reinvention of Survivor, and Love Island is a reinvention of The Bachelor. Like I feel like that way about Next Gen. I just haven't gotten into it. But I need to because I'm tired of Housewives.
No,
I know.
Don't say that. Okay, but ever again.
But who?
Me.
Tell me which franchise is popping off right now that you are obsessed with.
Miami.
Okay, see, I don't know. Nobody's talking about it.
Miami.
Nobody talk about it, girl. Talk about it.
Well, let's talk about Carmen Carrera being added to the cast of the Real Housewives of Miami.
I have not heard that.
Well, she's there.
I have not. This is a good niche girl.
That's a good niche girl.
That's a good niche girl.
Carmen Carrera, she's being.
Should we go to niche girls? Okay, great. Yeah, let's talk about niche girls. Straight into it.
I mean, I do have another niche girl, but
no.
I love this one.
We can talk for niche girls. We can talk about as many as we want. So. Okay.
Niche girl, Carmen Carrera. You might know her from RuPaul's Drag Race season 3.
Yes.
She then became a Victoria's Secret model, I believe, right?
Yeah.
And she became like this huge model and like trans rights advocate. And now she is a friend of, which is like a contract that you can sign for the Real Housewives of Miami.
Yeah.
Which is exciting. I
think
it's like
exciting.
It is cool.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
That was happening. Have the episodes started airing, or this is all just
no, they started airing.
They did. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so has she appeared yet or no?
I think she's appearing on the next episode.
Okay.
But yeah, season 7.
So that's coming.
It's coming. It's for Miami. It's a strangely progressive franchise.
Yeah.
They also have a lesbian housewife on there who's like married to a woman.
Yeah.
And they like show their and they just adopted like 2 kids.
Mm-hmm.
They also have they just have like the whole cast is like it's a pretty diverse cast.
Miami's had an interesting journey because it had a rocky start. It kind of got pulled off and then like they kind of revamped it and came back. And I do remember like the first season or 2 was pretty strong. Coming back from that, like I watched the.
No.
I don't mean to offend. I'm like literally like I feel like you're about to punch me, but like I watched the reunions because I was like, okay, because I'm a completionist. Like I like to watch everything, me too. And so like I was like, I can't do that. Like bitch, you do not have the time to fully invest that. So I was like, okay, I'll watch all the reunions. And so I did that for Miami.
Miami is a really good franchise. It's one of the most underrated franchises, I think. I think it gets slept on a lot, but the drama that comes out of Miami is like pretty bar none. You know what I mean? Like Salt Lake City has like, I think the craziest like circumstantial drama. I would say Miami like rivals that.
Okay.
They have like crazy divorce plot lines. Yeah. They have mafia vibes in there.
Yes,
it's
that's good.
Very, very interesting.
That's good. Yeah, I feel like I go back and forth because I feel like with Salt Lake becoming almost like a true crime series, it like heightened the stakes so much that it felt like it was hard for other franchises to compete with that. You know, and it almost like because it was so good, it almost like ruined the others a little bit for me, you know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm a completionist like you. I'm on a mission to watch every single episode of every single franchise of the Real Housewives. And I've gone through a lot of them.
Yeah.
I even try to keep up with the episodes for the franchises that I finished. So like I watch current seasons of like any franchise that is like on that I've seen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm almost done, but there's a lot, and it's taking me like a couple years. I'm not gonna lie.
No, bitch. There's like a whole library full of these episodes now.
I could do a whole niche girls episode with like one season wonders of like all the Housewives franchises.
Oh my gosh.
Carlton Gebbia, that's a great niche girl.
You know what would be a great one-woman show? Sorry to go in this
go
in this tangent, but if you were a 1 season like housewife,
yes,
and like following her journey like post Housewives, that would be an amazing one-woman show for you.
That would be a really good one.
I want that for you, by the way. I want to see that from you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you're commissioning me for a project.
Yes. No, I'm always thinking like that. I can't help it. But that would be so cunt from you.
That would be fun.
That'd be like so funny. It'd be very like Rosencrantz and
Guildenstern are dead.
Yeah. Where it's like they're the side characters and they like go off on the side quest.
Yeah.
Like model it off of that. I think would be so cunt for you.
I know, and there's so much inspiration because there's so many 1 season wonders.
Yes.
Come through.
Yes, and you could do somebody that really exists, like, and you could do like basically like Oh Mary.
Yeah.
You could Oh Mary it, where it's like you get to make up this person who we know but like don't really know.
Yeah,
that'd be so kind.
I should think about.
Sorry, I just had to go on that tangent. But what other niche girls did you want to talk about?
Corinna Folgieri on TikTok. Are you on CorrinaTok?
No, I'm not. Tell me about it.
Well, Corinna right now has a stomach ache. And when she needs
to
Corinna right now has a stomach ache, and when she wants to go to the bathroom, she can't. And then when she doesn't have to go, like there's problems, and she just hurt her finger. And
is that how she talks?
What do you mean?
Like her finger?
she her finger.
Her what?
Her finger. Her finger.
Oh, like, so she's got an accent. What's the accent?
She has a wa.
A wa. What's that?
When you can't say yo ows like that.
Your
Ls?
L's? Your R's.
Yes.
You can't say your R's, so she sounds like that. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
But she does dance videos. She's funny.
Okay, so bitch is constipated right now.
I don't know if she would like you talking about her like that. And by the way,
tell me.
She prefers that you call her Rose.
Rose. Okay, so what's happening with this woman? Is she delusional?
She's a girl.
Yeah. Oh, she's a girl. She's a young girl.
No, she's not a young girl.
How old
she's
is
an adult
she?
woman.
Okay. Wow, she's an enigma. Is
Yeah.
what I'm truly.
That's
finding.
what I'm trying to say. Like she's a niche girl.
Yeah, I'm like literally gonna go down
This
this
is probably the
deep
most
hole.
niche girl that has probably been mentioned on the podcast. No
I
shade.
love this.
Can we put a clip of Corrina right here?
Yes, let's do it.
Realizing something. Today's my last day of being 23. Last Sunday. And tomorrow's my last Monday of me being 23. This whole week is gonna be the last week of me being 23.
And we're back.
Yeah.
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 Okay, great. Yeah, okay, a clip of Corrina.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Okay, so she's constipated right now. Does not want to be referred to
No,
as a
she has
woman.
a stomach ache.
A stomach ache.
Her
But she can't
tummy
go to the
hurts.
bathroom.
Well, that's what she says.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't want to be presumptuous.
Okay.
I take the updates day by day. She posts at least, she posts like 20 TikToks a day that just update like her like day-to-day routine.
Okay, so what is it that fascinates you about her?
I mean, just her willingness to share like her day-to-day operations. To me, it feels almost like it's shared humanity. Like
Shared
she has a stomach ache. Like
humanity.
I know exactly what that feels like.
You're looking for connection, and she's giving it.
Yeah, and she does
Yeah.
like little dance challenges.
Wow.
But sometimes she needs to take a break. She doesn't want to post too much because like when something dramatic happens, she needs to like take a break and things like that.
Mhm.
So, I'm like patient with her.
You're patient with her.
Mhm.
Wow. I love that you ride for her so hard just because of the vulnerability and the transparency.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, you mentioned that you love a woman that's like on the verge of being unhinged.
I think in today's
And-
culture we crave authenticity.
Yeah.
I think in today's culture we crave,
the real.
face-to-face connection.
Yeah. This is your camera.
Not all
by the
this
way.
not all this camera stuff.
Not all this camera stuff.
You know what? I'll choose the camera.
Yeah.
Do you see this?
Go for it. Speak to who you want. Absolutely.
It's okay. But yeah, Corrina Fulgieri.
Corrina Fulgieri.
Check her out. Give her a follow.
Okay.
Mhm.
I was gonna talk about Laverne Cox revealing that she's dated a MAGA cop for 3 years.
Oh.
Did you see that? No. You didn't.
No.
Okay.
This news is hitting me like a bullet train. I
Oh
fear.
my god, this is unfair of me to like throw this on you.
I almost
but-
feel like you shouldn't talk about it.
Oh really? Like just skip over it?
I mean, do you guys want to hear about it?
Yeah, maybe just a snippet.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so she's promoting her book, and she went talking about how she dated a MAGA and like kind of a MAGA guy for 3 years. And
What's the time frame? When are we talking?
like
Like,
in
what, 3 years?
Yeah, great question. So in 2020.
2020 to 2023.
Yeah, and so
That's tough. That's a tough one.
yeah, her argument is kind of it was a different time, and I'm like,
That was definitely the George Floyd protest.
Yeah.
That was definitely the George Floyd protest. If that truly is the time frame that we're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, and the way she's talking about it is very problematic, and it kind of has the internet up in flames.
I'm going to take my positionality as a white gay guy who does drag.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say I really liked Laverne when she did Rocky Horror.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was fierce.
Yeah. I actually saw her speak at the LGBT Center in LA. She knows her stuff, so it's like a really surprising reveal.
Yeah.
You know?
I saw her at an Emmys event and she waved to me.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really nice. But if I had known that she had a MAGA cop boyfriend at the time, I don't know, that might have changed things for me.
Yeah, yeah. And she kind of goes off about how he had blonde hair and blue eyes, and so it's like it's just very weird.
In what context again? A book?
And promoting a book. I mean, it's like
Is
it's
it in
part
the
of,
book?
Yeah. And somebody said they were like we don't need to know that. Like maybe some things aren't meant to be shared. I mean, almost like a caveat to Corrina. Like, you know, maybe some, you know, it's like it's a conversation, right? Like full transparency versus maybe hold some cards a little close.
Yeah, that one is crazy.
That one is it's crazy.
Corrina would never do that, by the way.
Good for her.
No shade.
Yeah.
Laverne Cox. We know. Corinna Folgieri can play Rocky Horror. But Laverne Cox could never
be Corinna.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's that on that.
And that's that on that.
On the flip side, Obama came out saying it's really important for all boys to have a gay person in their life, a gay or non-binary person in their life.
I think everyone deserves a gay best friend.
Absolutely.
Everyone deserves a Gusband, even straight guys.
Do you have any like straight husbands?
Do I have any straight husbands?
Clock it.
That's something quite. That's something that I really need to think about.
Pin drop. I think I had straight husbands in the past. I don't think I have any anymore.
Yeah, I think we're divorced now. I think I've divorced with all of mine, but I'm still like open to finding a straight husband. The ones in my I've had like flings with straight husbands.
I'll say my straight husbands right now are my girlfriend's actual husbands.
Yeah,
like,
that's a great example.
They're the ones that I like go to for like that straight male energy, because I'm like, okay, I trust you because you're with my girl, and like I can kiki with you because you're like,
I would say like some of my best girlfriends, their boyfriends are like I'm like, that's straight husband material.
Yeah.
And I'm their Gusband.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have like a straight guy. Actually, this reminds me, shout out to my friend Caitlin and her boyfriend Elias. Elias will like literally like he will wingman me. Like we'll be out in public and he'll be like, who do you like? And I'll go talk to them for you. Gay guys.
Ally.
He's a huge ally. Yeah,
that's a huge ally.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that. Well, Obama talks about this teacher that he had back in the day that just like changed his life and like would call him out on shit and be like, no, you can't say that. And it's like, it's really refreshing to hear that, especially from a president, you know, like to be like, you know, to show this decency and like be this like amazing human being. I miss him.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're gonna get to our it girl who got away. So this is somebody who the culture slept on, who deserves their flowers, who like needs to come back, and we're gonna advocate for them and like bring them back into the conversation and revive it. Okay. So I'll go first.
Yeah, you go first. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
My it girl who got away is Colbert Stewart, 2008. It was a mock campaign run for president back in 2008. Oh. They like did this whole bit where they actually registered as a campaign to run for president. I think now that Colbert is getting the chop from his show, he needs to actually make a genuine attempt at running for president. We need to fight TV with TV. We know entertainment. He's been speaking to the heart of the nation for over 20 years now. He knows how to talk to people. Right now, I don't need somebody that knows everything about every policy, because look who we currently have. I want somebody who is going to be able to hear all sides of the argument and then make a genuine decision from that. He is somebody that can deliver hard news that we deal with all the time in a way that comforts us. These are the people who like talk to us and make sure that we're okay. Yeah. 1. And yeah, actually run. Take Trump's job. Take Trump's job.
Take Trump's job.
Take Trump's job.
Please.
Like, go for it. You know, like, I didn't plan anything I was going to say.
That was beautiful.
Like,
no, yeah. I thought you did a great job. I think that was very insightful. I think that's true too. Like,
yeah.
I like what you said about fighting TV with TV.
Yeah.
I think a lot of Democrats, like, they're afraid to get like mean.
Yeah. And
they need to.
Absolutely. And what I think a lot of us progressives feel about a lot of the candidates is they have pick me energy, which is very just like, I'll say whatever as long as I get to be the candidate.
Totally.
And it's like, we don't need that.
That's why we like Zohran.
Yeah, that's why we love Zohran.
Yeah,
that's why we love Zohran. And honestly, it's going to be a huge indicator for all of us if the Democratic Party does not throw their weight behind this candidate. So if they don't, that's going to be a huge That's going to be a huge red flag.
Bow.
Yeah. And so like we are going to take notes and genuinely pivot if we have to.
And that.
Yeah.
Down.
And that down. Are you ready for your It Girl Who Got Away? Lorelei, your time starts now.
My It Girl Who Got Away is none other than the Broadway chorus legend herself, Rochelle Rack. For those of you who are not familiar, Rochelle Rack is a world-renowned Broadway dancer who was featured as a judge on Abby's Ultimate Dance Competition. And she was featured in episodes of Dance Moms because she was sass. She did the one with she did the backflip. Anyway. Wow. She is constantly getting the short end of the stick from this motherfucking industry, and I am tired of it. We need seconds. Rochelle Rack on the stage, basically nightly. I need this bitch to be kicking and dancing. I need her I need her on TV. I need her in movies. She's in a really great documentary called Every Little Step, which films the audition process for the Chorus Line revival in 2008.
15 seconds.
And she auditions for the part of Sheila, and she is snubbed. That bitch is snubbed. No. And I just need her to come back to Broadway. She was just in Boop as well, and Boop just closed. So we need a win for Rochelle Rack. Make some noise.
And that's 1 minute. Yes, Lorelei, so perfect. Oh my gosh, I'm not a Broadway girly to be completely transparent.
If I showed you the material, I mean, you would gag too.
Yeah, I feel like is the clip that you were talking about, her backflipping through the hallway, is that the mom is chasing her? And she backflips?
No.
Okay.
There's this one episode where she comes in to do a masterclass with the girls.
Okay.
And she's just she's very on. Her whole thing is being sass. I'm so Rack. She's very on all the time. And she's let me show you what I got. Bada! And she does a flip. Ha! And she whips her hair and she's very ha! And she has this thing you might remember from Abby's Ultimate Dance Competition. She goes to bite the apple. And that's kind of her signature is she will finish a combo by biting the apple.
Oh yes.
You know what
I mean? I know what that is. Yes. Oh my god.
So sometimes in life you need to bite the
apple. Bite the apple.
And it's just kind of the way of being
damn bitch.
Fierce. You want to be
yeah. I ate that.
Yes.
I ate that performance. I ate that performance.
She basically was giving language to that before it was even
before
possible.
There was the words for it. Oh my god.
Bite the apple.
I live, bitch.
Bite the motherfucking apple.
Work. That you crushed that.
Okay.
You understood the assignment and you went for it.
And girl. I'm educating the children.
And that's why I want this. That's why I want this so badly. Is because you're educating me, honey.
Okay.
This is what I want. I love hearing these little nooks and corners of the internet and of culture, because it's it's so big for you, and I am not in that world, but I want to be, especially hearing you talk about it so passionately. I love it. I live for it. So where can we find you on social media? Where are you in the world? What's your plug?
On Instagram. So if you are genuinely interested in seeing my day-to-day routine, you should follow me on Instagram at YesLorelei, LORELEI. And I'm also on TikTok, but I'm not on there as often. I do have a couple of fun performance videos up there that you could definitely watch. I'm on YouTube for my podcast Shablam. So if you're interested in exploring our podcast, you can check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube. I do shows all around the country. Yeah. So if you're interested in seeing me, you can look up the Taylor Swift Eras Tour Drag Brunch.
Honey.
And you'll probably find us. And please come to the show if I'm
and
coming
support.
To a city
Absolutely.
near you.
Absolutely.
And other than that, I'm omnipresent. I'm omnipresent, and I can be with it.
I love it.
I'm with you whenever you want me there.
Yes.
I'm with you whenever you want me there.
And that's that.
You'll find me in little ways. I'll send you little signs that I'm there.
The Corrina of it all.
Me gaslighting the audience, being into psychosis, into absolute psychosis by looking for signs from me.
They look at their window. There you are.
They see a nail. They're like,
there she is.
There she is.
She was here.
Yes.
Lorelei was here. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. This was so much fun.
Yes, it was.
And let us know in the comments, who did we miss? Who did we not talk about? Who do we need to talk more shit about? We'll be on next Monday. And until then, we'll see you then.
Bye.